Guys, I've always said that you don't need the best equipment, the most expensive equipment to get into bushcraft, to start doing bushcraft. The opposite, in fact, okay? You know, a lot of times some of the budget stuff you buy is going to do you a long time, okay? So, in regards to that, what I have done is I went on Amazon, right? And I typed in Bushcraft tarp, and I picked the cheapest bushcraft, air quotation marks, all that jazz, the cheapest bushcraft tarp that I could find. Now, there was certain things that it had to have. It had to have tie-out points, okay, and it, you know, not just a builder's tarp, it had to have tie-out points and be like what I would classify as a bushcraft tarp, guys. And this is what I bought. This cost me £28, and this is the Lomo 3 meter by 3 meter tarp, okay? Sogs, thank you very much for putting this idea into my head as well, okay? Thank you. Guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bust this out of its bag. I haven't even looked at it yet. Look at how nice and neat it is. It has a bag. I haven't lost the bag. So, oops. I'm going to set it up on the trusty ridgeline here, which I actually think I have set up a little bit off. But anyway, I'm going to have a look at it and see how it works and see what you get for your 28 quid, okay? Stay tuned. Here it is. It's neat enough, I have to say. Came 2 day delivery, which is, how did he even manage that? I don't know. Everything used to take 7 to 14 days when I first started buying stuff on the internet. Okay. Not very often do I take a tarp out of the bag and I manage to get it back in again. Okay, what do you think, Bruno? I think you're right. Oh, thanks, Bruno. Okay, so some very basic, I'll just run through some very basic setups with it, but I just want to have a look at it first. Oh. Thought it had a baby there. That's some rope. That's some guy lines. And some very poor pegs. Very lightweight pegs. And some guy lines. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pegs and some ropes. Well, we'll use these ropes. Standard ropes, guys. Standard. What do you call that? Paracord-esque rope. Guys, we'll use everything that comes with it. So we'll use the 4 pegs and we'll use the rope. Okay, let's get this out in the ground and let's have a look. It is very lightweight, I have to say. And it has a lot of tie-outs, okay, so it is the equivalent, pretty much as far as I could tell, to a DD tarp. It definitely does not feel as well made as a DD tarp straight off the bat, okay? So I have a fair few things like this going on, okay? So you can see where it's been stitched across and then half stitched down and very lightly stitched on this side. But it is reinforced on the inside. Look, stuff like this going on. Let's check the inside of it. Okay, so we do have some sort of seam tape the whole way along it. There is still stitching coming through, but everything is sealed up with seam tape. It seems okay. Let's hang it up. Let us do an A-frame. Just get an A-frame out of the way. Bruno, this is my workspace, man. Let's get an A-frame up and let's see how it looks. Those pegs are ridiculous, but there is quite a bit of tension on that at the minute, guys. It is quite a substantial tarp, I have to say. Plenty of tie-out points as well, as you can see. Everything seems to be running in line. Guys, it's just the stitching. Like, this isn't straight. That's not on straight. It should, you know, that's off to the side. The material itself seems fine. So that's what I mean about the stitching, about the... Bruno, get out of it. That one doesn't seem as bad. That one's not great. You know, so would you have the same issues on a DD tarp? Oh Jesus. The other one came out. Scared the life out of me. I don't even know what he's at chasing anymore. Bruno! He was very determined, but wasn't he? So that is the Lomo 3x3 meter tarp, guys. First look, right? The cheapest Bushcraft tarp. Okay, now remember what I said, it had to meet certain criteria that I could find on Amazon. Alright, there was ones that were in and around 25 quid, but this one just had the tie outs and all that jazz. Okay, and it was closer to the standard Bushcraft tarp that everybody recognizes. Okay, not the greatest start with the misstitching and the threads hanging loose and everything, some stuff being just a little bit off, but that is not the be all and end all of it, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this up like this for 2 weeks and we'll see what it looks like when we get back. Okay, and I'll do another wee update videos for you on that as well. I'm expecting those pegs at the back that came with it to fall out, so I'm probably going to change them right now. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay frosty. How do you think it will do? Before I stay frosty, how do you think it will do? Get your answers down below in the comments, guys. And if you have any more budget, I'm going to say budget, guys, because some of the tarps that people were talking about in the community section when I asked this question about tarps, guys, some of those tarps were mental money. So I'm going to go in and around the £30 mark. Okay, a little bit under, a little bit over is okay. But if it's 60 quid, 100 quid, 120 quid, here, listen. That's an expensive tarp. Guys, thanks for watching. Stay frosty. The Lomo 3 by 3 meters tarp, guys, has been up for 1 week so far, okay? We have had, winter has come back. It's about, today is not so bad, but yesterday I was down here and it was pushing 45-mile-an-hour winds, okay? It was very windy. I was cutting down trees, guys. It was very, very windy. I came down today, and what has actually happened here at the bottom is that the pegs pulled out. Okay, the pegs pulled out, the 3 across the bottom. Southerly wind was blowing into this. Yes, I've changed it round. It's in a different direction. Guys, it pulled out the pegs. A lot of pressure to pull out a peg, okay? And there is no damage to that tarp. That's impressive. That's good. That's good, you know, so have high hopes for it. Right, I'm going handheld, guys. Bit of an unexpected windstorm over the last couple of days. Sorry, over the last day. I just want to check my Lomo tarp. I think we had 55-mile-an-hour winds. Check that out, guys. Check that out. That is 100%. So that wind blew so strong into this tarp that it pulled out the pegs at the back. That is, look at the tension on that. Guys, so the wind had changed direction and we had the wind coming straight into the tarp. Now I'm going to drop this down, I'm going to pin it straight into the ground now. But that is unreal, guys. I'm impressed. That's good. I came down here and I was expecting everything to be destroyed, including my parachute in the background, guys. But that would have had just there 12 hours of 50-mile-an-hour winds and rain. Like, I mean, torrential rain on top of it, guys. So for all the little flaws and the stitching not quite being right and so stuff being a little bit off, works 100%, guys. I'm calling that. That is a decent tarp right there. Okay, now I'm going to take this down or change its pitch. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay frosty. So the wind was actually so strong that it bent my carabiners. Look at how close that was, okay? Look, even though that stitching's hanging out, no issue whatsoever. I'm taking it down, guys. I'm going to put it away. That is a good enough test. That is, you're not going to have a tarp up in conditions like that normally, okay? So that's good. That's good.